Hi there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com, here to give you just a little bit of preview for a video series that I do for Gathering Magic called The Rogue's Alley, where I usually take either a brew of my own or a interesting brew that I found online and play it. So this just can be a sneak peek. Just wanted to play one game for my channel for what's called Big Eldrazi, which is trying to use, or Heartless Eldrazi is probably the right way to put it. You're trying to use a Heartless Summoning because we have an opening hand to ramp out a huge Eldrazi. So I think I'll keep this hand. It's kind of weak though too. It has a ton of lands, but you do want to hit land drops. So we do need to draw into one of our finishers. But we have a Heartless Summoning and a Mind Stone, and a Sanctum of Ugin and an Eye of Ugin. It's all going to ramp into some big Eldrazi's. So we do need to find those Eldrazi's. Do we have enough? Not quite to activate the Eye of Ugin. Just 2 more lands and we can activate the Eye of Ugin. So if we just find like a Kozilek's Chandler or a Solemn Simulacrum, I think this hand is very solid. Our opponent does mulligan to 6, and he keeps his 6 and puts a card on top of his library. So he likes the card on top. We'll go with just a Swamp. And I've actually edited this deck. This is after I've taped the Rogue's Alley. So I've edited a lot, taken out a lot of like removal, I guess is what you'd say. Inquisitions, I've cut down the Inquisitions to 2 of. It used to be a 4 of in the deck. Kept the Thoughtseizes, so we have a lot less ways to interact with our opponent and just want to be doing crazier stuff. So next turn we can throw out a Mind Stone, I believe. Yeah, Mind Stone Expedition map here. And Tron's very weak against us because a lot of his cards just don't affect what we're doing. And now we have an Expedition map that we can ramp into, and then Heartless Summoning can hopefully find or we can find a card for Heartless Summoning to cheat out. So he does get his Tron before we do, or before we assemble basically what we're trying to do with Tron. There's the Kozilek's Chandler. We can get the Kozilek's Chandler out. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can't Expedition map, but I think that is fine. I think that just going for the Heartless Summoning and then into the Kozilek's Chandler is actually better, because then we can get both out, and that will work. All right, so we'll do that. We'll put the Heartless Summoning. And then the Eye of Ugin. And now he should have, like, if he does have his Ulamog, Ulamog is actually weak here, or excuse me, Ugin is actually weak here. The Wurmcoil Engine is also quite weak against what we're trying to do. Karn can take care of the Heartless Summoning, but can't take both the Heartless Summoning and the Kozilek Chandler this turn. So even though he does have the 3rd turn Tron, we should be okay against the Karn should take out Kozilek Chandler here. That's definitely the right play. So now we do need to find a card for the Heartless Summoning. Thoughtseize is actually quite weak. So I think we do just Expedition map and go get a Urborg to Yawgmoth, play the Urborg to Yawgmoth, and we will Thoughtseize him. And all those are pointless. We'll get rid of the Spellskite. So he's got to draw into stuff, but even just the Karn alone, getting rid of the Eye of Ugin in a few turns is going to be very problematic. But we should be all right, actually. Because we can actually, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can only add 4 for the Eye of Ugin. So Karn might just win, because we have to get rid of a Swamp next turn. So we need a great top deck here for the Karn. And he draws an Expedition map, and he's probably just going to sack it to go grab an Eye of Ugin. And he's going to try to get out his Emrakul before we're able to get out. And then just grab another tower, and that's 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So the race is on. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can't even get an Ulamog 9. Oh no! He found a Ghost Quarter and plays it. Yes, we'll go get a Swamp. That's annoying. And there is Ulamog. Unfortunately, Ulamog does not race Karn. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7 is all that we have. So I think we just draw a card with Mind Stone. Inquisition does not hit anything in his hand that's worthwhile, but allows us to keep a card in hand for the Ulamog unless he decides to destroy the Heartless Summoning next turn. But he's pretty much locked us out with that Karn. Natural Tron, well, not quite natural Tron, but he had 2 of the Tron pieces and just had to Sylvan Scrying for the other one. That's usually when Tron does very well. And again, if it would have been anything but the Karn, we would have been fine. Karn exiling the Kozilek Chanter was very, very good. So he's going to exile the Heartless Summoning. That's smart. And now we can't cheat out the Ulamog. There's an Eldrazi Temple. 1, 2, so there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 again. I guess we can Inquisition, see if there's anything in his hand we can grab. No, that was actually bad, because now I can just Karn and then get rid of my Ulamog. Alright, so we'll go on to the sideboard. And we should be able to race this deck. It's not the hardest. Like, Spellskite's okay. It takes care of a piece. I don't think that we care, though. I'm not going to bring in Sundering Titan or Wurmcoil Engine. I don't think we bring in anything. The deck is quite solid as is versus Tron. Maybe Inquisitions can actually get enough early pieces, though. I think that they're still fine in the deck. Yeah, I don't see me really putting in a Platinum Angel that could just be Karned away. Or like a Wurmcoil Engine that can just be dealt with. Sundering Titan doesn't kill enough things in his deck. I don't think he plays any land types. So, don't think I'm going to mess with the list. So anyway, we'll submit this. And wait for our opponent to sideboard whatever he sideboards in. Like, Oblivion Stone is pretty powerful against what we're trying to do. And, like, Ghost Quarter type cards are good, too. Yes, so I have to play first. And I think this is great. This is a great hand. We'll break up his Tron piece with Inquisition, followed by Heartless Summoning, followed by Solemn Simulacrum. And hopefully that will get us enough card advantage. He molds to 6 again. Really looking for an explosive start, so hopefully this Inquisition can get an Expedition map or Sylvan Scrying. Oblivion Sower, Ancient Stirring. Power plant, Tower will take care of the Ancient Stirring. Stone again is pretty good versus us. Hatred Expedition map. Ay. Can't stop that. I guess he did Scry on top, so we'll go for Heartless Summoning here. But I don't know if we're going to be able to race that Oblivion Stone. Because now he can just go get it next turn with the Expedition map or this turn. Very annoying. I'd actually like to find some disruption here. Take care of the Oblivion Stone. There's a Crypt Ghast. That's would have been nice with the Heartless Summoning. Does it actually work? It could make the... No, we need the Eye of Ugin. So I'm just going to cast the Solemn Simulacrum to go get a black source. And then we can put in the Eye of Ugin. And we're getting closer. But he's got Tron assembled with the Expedition map. Might just be a little bit too slow, because we can't even cast the, after he blows the... Oh, he's going to get a Ghost Quarter. All right, so did he just naturally draw? I'll be so mad if he just naturally draws into it. He can destroy my Eye of Ugin. I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's fine. Finds me another swamp, and it puts him back, and he is not... that. I think that was a mistake. I think Oblivion Stone at this point is more powerful, because that puts him back, especially with Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth, and Crypt Ghast. We can just go nuts here. No, you'd have to hold it off another turn, so I don't know if we go Heartless Summoning. So another Heartless Summoning could cast Crypt Ghast for less and force him to... I think we just cast the Crypt Ghast, though. And then next turn we have an Ulamog. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's plenty. That's 6, 7, 8 right now. And we won't do the Heartless Summoning. It will be our backup Heartless Summoning. Because now he's got to find Tron next turn and cast the Oblivion Stone. And has to do it on his turn. So he had a tower and a power plant. Oh, okay, so he did have the mine. Maybe he just drew into the mine, or maybe he's just very lucky. So here's the Oblivion Stone. Wurmcoil Engine! Yay, we win! Thank you for being greedy. Instead of the Oblivion Stone. I don't care about it as his Wurmcoil Engine. Because there is the Ulamog. And this should get a concession. We'll take out the tower and the mine. I don't care about the Wurmcoil Engine. And sure, we'll extort. And yep, there's the concession. Alrighty, so 2 plays I don't think our opponent should have done there, but it's fine. We will go with... Again, I don't think Wurmcoil Engines are particularly good versus a deck that's trying to Karn them out. I mean, it could put him under some pretty good pressure. You know, it might just be better. No, it's not just better. We'll submit this. Liking the Solemn Simulacrum and the Crypt Ghast, so these are new additions. This is a decent hand. This is decent. It can get the Kozilek channel out quick. We can disrupt his hand with a Thoughtseize. So now if he keeps like a hand with a Karn in it, we can get rid of the Karn, and now he has to draw into a spell that... So we'll Thoughtseize him. And there's this Karn Liberated, which we do just take, because he can Sylvan Scrying for what he needs. So there's Karn Liberated. Gone. One of our major threats. And then next turn we can We're out the Eldrazi Temple. We're still a ways away from the Kozilek's Chandler. But there's a Heartless Summoning, and that just made it a lot better. So next turn is a Chandler. Or the Oblivion Sower. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. And then now he's got to draw into another Karn. So don't... I just hope he just doesn't luck his way out of this stupid thing. I mean, he does have the Eye of Ugin, so we have to race an Emrakul. And he does have the natural... Are you kidding me? This guy can draw some cards. Because did he Expedition map for... Did he Expedition map for this last piece? Maybe he did. Ugh. And that was not in his hand. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Welp. That's annoying, to say the least. Inquisition, I don't think actually finds anything now, right? Sylvan Scrying, I guess that's fine. He has the Eye of Ugin, though. And 1, 2, 3. So the Kozilek Chandler is coming out next turn. And do we just die if he finds a... There's no Urborg to Yawgmoth. We get the Chandler at least. And he can tutor up a Wurmcoil Engine next turn, or if heaven forbid he just draws into a tower, he can get Emrakul. He might just get Wurmcoil Engine, though. Yeah, it's a Sundering Titan. Which I do have one as well. So he can kill a swamp, which he'll kill my Eldrazi Temple. And that means we can still get the Oblivion Sower out, though. But he can just continue to tutor up a Handed Ghost Quarter. I just can't win. So here's the Sundering Titan. Which with my Urborg Tomb Yawgmoth now, he can pick the Eldrazi Temple. So we need Oblivion Sower to actually hit. But it's going to be rough. So Conduit of Ruin. We can name Eldrazi here. That is 6. We have 6 mana on the board. Love to find like Tron off of him. That'd be lovely. Just a tower. But still a tower. And a blocker. And getting us closer to that Ulamog. Which he can Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter's pointless here. I'd love for him just to sack it. But trying to race out this Eye of Ugin is very, very rough. Especially my Urborg Tomb Yawgmoth, I guess, was like such a bad play because it actually makes his Eye of Ugin able to tap for mana. Grove. Ancient Stirring can find him like a Karn or... yeah, he's getting extremely lucky. We'll put it that way with finding the exact stuff he needs. Because now Karn can take care of a card in my hand, actually. Is probably the best route. Or he can take out like a Kozilek's Chandler. Yeah, that's the smart pick. And he's not going to attack into Sundering Titan. So I do need to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're so far away. I have to draw a land just to get the that's the Sad Robot's fine. It's a card. It ramps me at least. But now his Karn Liberated is going to be allowed to live. And actually exile a card off the top of my library. So I'll kill the Ulamog. Since it's the furthest from being cast. And he's just going to use like a lot of Chromatic Spheres to try to find him a card he needs. So he cycles through his deck quite quickly. I'd actually love to draw like another Oblivion Sower. Off the top here. Urborg is the most useless card in the world at this point. We will get... I think we just get Void Winnower. Because it shuts down a lot of his... Doesn't shut down Emrakul, though, so I'm not quite sure. Because Ulamog, I'm sure he just destroys the Conduit of Ruin with this Karn Liberated. And we're in the same boat. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I only have 7, 8, 9 mana. So I think that we just don't even tutor. But we do have this land in hand. Yeah, I think I should be attacking Karn Liberated with Solemn Simulacrum. This draws me a card. So there's the Void Winnower. Now he's got to decide what he wants to do. And did he kill my Urborg from Yawgmoth? Oh, that was beautiful. And he'll tutor up, at this point, just a Wurmcoil Engine? Because he can't still do Emrakul. He gets Emrakul, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If he has another tower. And he will exile the Conduit of Ruin rather than a card from my hand. So that's rough. And he has another mine, so 1, 2, there's 4. Yeah. Yeah, this is not going our way. If we there's 4, 5, 6 though. And I don't think the Eye of Ugin can make not enough. For the Void Winnower, because we need to kill the Karn. I guess a Thoughtseize can get rid of an Emrakul here, but then you can just retutor it up. And an Ugin can do 3 damage to me. And we tutored up a useless swamp anyway. And so I think he should have Emrakul mana out. So this adds 5, 6, 7. We're still a ways away from drawing what we need. So that's, I guess, the difficulty of this deck. I do believe our opponent got insanely lucky, though. We Thoughtseized his hand, got rid of what we needed to get rid of, and then both the Ancient Stirrings found the Karn out of just 5 cards off the top. It could have been anything but a Karn. And he'll exile the Cavern, 3 damage to me. Put out another Chromatic Star. Cycle the Chromatic Star. And Oblivion Stone, which is just backup, I guess. Oh, you can start putting counters on. So there's the Sad Robot, which is going to be too slow. And we get rid of the Void Winnower anyway. I'm sure he just pops Ugin next turn. Because he can put a Fate counter on his Karn. Close game, though. We're so close to casting off the Ulamog. And he'll draw all of his cards. This should get him a tower, and then he can cast Emrakul. And this will be game. Oh, Karn, you're such a jerk. Oh, he just puts Emrakul into play. This is going to give me a turn, though. Right? A turn to cast nothing. Because the Emrakul will find what he needs. plus the Oblivion Stone. Yeah, I don't think there's any way we can get an Emrakul out, because we're only at 7 mana. Or an Ugin. The only way is like an Oblivion Sower that hits like the most amazing cards. Kozilek Chandra does not do it, and I believe we are dead. Alrighty, so you see how the deck works, though. This can go either way. I actually like Tron matchup. If they don't get natural Tron every game, you saw the game 2 where you didn't have the turn 3 Tron, where we're easily able to race this. Maybe putting Ghost Quarters back in high quantities, or Tectonic Edges or something like that would be key for this deck. Or any other way to disrupt the Tron. But usually you can match them. In fact, I still think this deck's it can be quicker than Tron if they don't have the natural Tron or third turn Tron into Karn Liberated or whatnot. Anyway, this has been Kevin with RogueJackBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.